Hello and welcome to our Smurd P video, and Fall Off the X continues in Immortal X-Men. And this is issue 16. This is the Phil Noto variant covers that I've been getting, well, since the series begun. And this is Council member Hope Summers. So, let me just shed some light on this. That was no pun. That was terrible, if it was. And these are things that you should really get ready before you actually start talking, just not waste anybody's time. So, Sebastian Shaw and Celine still have designs on Krakoa, and they are looking at the external gate where they realize that perhaps they've pushed Xavier a wee bit too far because, well, it's a bloody mess down there. So they go into Sebastian Shaw's vault, where he reveals his Hellfire armor, which is clearly based on Iron Man armor. But he designed some of it himself and commissioned it and built it for when he needed it, which is now, because Xavier is that much a threat to him. Now, Orchis in the background would rather just send their Stark Sentinels in to eliminate Xavier, but Sebastian Shaw does not want that to happen. He wants to exploit Krakoa. He wants to make money, and the money is in the value of it. If it's completely trashed, burnt to a cinder, it is worthless, etc. He also says that, he's working with people that he despises, and he misses the Krakoa era already. So, this is written by Kieron Gillen. Lucas Werneck is on the art. David Carell is on the colors. VC's Clayton Cowles is on the letters. And Tom Miller and Jay Bowen are on the design. And like I said, Phil Noto did the cover for this particular variant. So, we get this sort of background chat, and we've got this Xavier here. We've got Apocalypse here sort of doing a sort of monologue in the background about danger rooms and how some of them are joined, but ultimately this is the road to revelation, whatever that will be. So Hope and Exodus are trying to save Egg, one of the five, and they are being attacked by these what are they called? We're going to call them Reavers for now, because I can't think of them. Sort of like marauders. They attack sort of, villages, etc., take what they want and then go. But Wolverine goes for Hope. In particular, she recalls how he looked in Avengers vs. X-Men when he was going to kill her. So she didn't become the Phoenix because he was scared of what she would become. So that will become perhaps pivotal when I get later in the story. So the Eternal gang are back together. So we get this diary from Destiny. I didn't read all of it, but I read a little bit about Resurrection, where they've got the five back together, and through Mother Righteous, they believe that they can bring back mutants, etc. So, which they do. Mutants are back. Resurrection is back, perhaps not on the scale it was before, but it's a start, etc. So, Mother Righteous is obviously faint, and then she says, I found another mutant out in the woods, etc. Destiny says we shouldn't trust her, whereas Exodus says we should. Her visions are real, whereas you're not. And Destiny comes back to say, well, that's why you shouldn't trust, because I cannot see anything. This is all sort of wrong, etc. She's also still struggling, not knowing what's happened to Mystique, her wife. Now, we know that she died at Hellfire Gala in a brutal way, and partly that was because Destiny said to Xavier, save her, and he did such a force to get her to go through the gate that she ended up having a stroke, if I remember correctly. So council member has to stay, which is Destiny, whilst Exodus and Hope go off to the rescue. And this young mutant says, it's starting to look peaky. What should we do? And she says, we need to nurture it and cherish it. These give us life, etc. So meanwhile, the attack begins. We get a little statement for Celine. Celine is Shaw says to Celine, put your side dampeners on, and she says, no, I have my dignity, etc. Also, I guess the other bit to note is that Xavier, if I remember correctly, did manage to get added to his powers through resurrection, a bit of telekinesis, so which would mean that perhaps he does sort of stand a chance against flying things flying towards him, etc. So he reaches out to Emma, even though he's sort of been in a somber and not want to communicate, and he wants to know what's happening, and he learns that Fist stolen the Hellfire Club, and then he reaches out to Sebastian Shaw with an offer. That offer is that he has harvested the passwords for a dozen key Hellfire accounts, and you can use them and start fighting back and start trying to get your empire back, because, you know, that's what we know that you really want. But this is if you act now. And he does say Krakoa will still be here when you're done, so go get your Hellfire and then come back and fight me if you want. He also gets past the side dampeners and uses the armor to blast Celine quite brutally. And then the deal is done. Now, before Shaw goes, he says, he says to him that I hate to see what we've unleashed. You were always a manipulative bastard, as he puts it, but murderous is something else. Xavier, you've never been this. And he says, I haven't killed anyone. So that will get interesting later on in the story. So, Hope and Nexus find a Jean Grey. Jean Grey is babbling about lots of other things, Phoenix, Scott, etc., etc. She's delirious, it seems. They are meant to be in the thing. So Apocalypse comes out of nowhere, and to Paris D. Bennett, he is the equivalent of I forgot what I was going to say, of Satan. Sorry, that's how he's always referred to Apocalypse, as Satan, throughout the many eons. So Hope starts putting something together. You know, I've had a Wolverine attacking me, or I've had a Bishop that's hunted me. And you've got your Satan here. So what is this place? What is it about? And he says, revelation awaits you, girl. So she reads Jean's mind, and what she gets from that is the White Hot Room, which is where if I remember correctly, the Jean Grey ended up, and perhaps other mutants end up when they die. So are they dead, or are they just in this sort of limbo, etc.? In between, that is the revelation. They're not on Krakoa. They haven't found Krakoa, which I think that this has sort of always indicated that they have in the last sort of couple of issues, unless I'm going mad and I've completely gone off the plot, which could be a possibility. So Xavier goes searching in terms of his new revelation. He's been branded this murderer, this killer. He goes in search of finding what on earth is going on here. Why am I being deemed this murderer? So you perhaps are starting to piece things together when you see this beautiful little monkey with the Cyclops visor. We also get this monologue about no one survives revelation. The person you were is dead and gone forever. In their place, perhaps someone stronger, perhaps no one at all. In the end, there is only revelation itself, and that revelation is something sinister. And revelation cannot be denied. And so Sinister, when he comes out to play, has said, don't kill yourself, please. So Sinister's still in the background of this Xavier, because this Xavier didn't die. He didn't get resurrected, and perhaps that little bit of Sinister that he had been spicing their DNA with is still in there and popping out every now and then when Xavier really needs it. When Xavier can't be the person he needs to be, the murderous bastard to save and protect Krakoa as much as he wants. So yeah, very interesting. I love it. It is decent, it is fun, it is awesome. And these are all the other books that are currently being released. If you were interested, I'm not grabbing them all, obviously, but they are out there. So there we go, another quality issue from Kieron, and it will be interesting to see how this pans out. So if you like my channel and my talk through of comics, etc., I do lots of other reviews. Please please subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those that are already subscribed and support my channel. Make sure you look after yourself, and very importantly, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.